But remember, we had this, then we got this, then the market bounced off from this area, it bought, confirming this as a support zone. Yeah? Then later, the market sold and it moved below our support. After the market moving below the support, then later this candle came and closed above the. So no, this candle closed below the support and it became resistance, right? Remember, we had this as support basing on this swing low, this one here. Kankwesi kano kalaini. Nga tubesinga kweno swing low. This was a support. Then later, the market came and broke the support, meaning it became resistance. Because when support breaks, it becomes what? Resistance. Then later, the market came again and it bought above the resistance. And then it became a what? Yeah, and then it became a support. And then the market kept on buying. Then later, sold, broke our support, and then later bought again, came back and broke the resistance, and it became support again. Do you get it? Do you get it? Yeah. I'm trying to be sure so that you can. Reason why I'm giving this attention today. I want you to get to identify the tested areas, because right now, the whole of yesterday, the market has been trading on this tested area, this one. Now, as you're going to see. So, um, this closed below the support, then this closed above, confirming this as a resistance, as a new support again. Then it bought, and then later the market came and retested this support. When it retested this support, we can see the retest because of this, because of because this candle. Do you see this red candle? It moved below up to this, up to the our below up to our support, and then sellers started pushing the market up. Sorry, buyers started pushing the market up. That's why this candle is having a small wick down. Do you see it? Then that was a retest. That was confirming us that buyers have rejected sellers from going beyond their zone. And then the next candle, the market bought. So as the market kept on buying, as a trader, we already identified that this area, it's been respected more than 2 times, right? Because this this broke, then retested it, then became support again. That is retest, and then this was the skin time. Then again, this was the third time because market ball then later retested. The selling candle didn't close below the support, and then later it bought. Are we on the same page? If I'm quick, you can tell me, yeah? Yeah, so that I can adjust. I don't want to just be moving when you don't understand. Oh yeah. So this market from here it bought, but as it bought, we had already identified this area, meaning that in the future, when this market comes at this point and it gives us a buying confirmation, we can buy because it's a what? It's a support zone, right? And then, hello? Okay. Hmm. So, so this is how it was. This market it had this when it bought there, it's going sold. Then it created this resistance. Do you see it? Created this swing high, creating a resistance. Then later, market broke it. It became support. Then market sold. Then bought again, sold again. But we had this resistance. It was becoming resistance. Then it becomes support like that. Yeah? So um, the market later bought and broke it again. Bought. Then later sold. Moved down and broke this. But this is just so we have this area as we have this area, but then remember we have also this one um which we identified and the market kept on going above this very one our support. So when this market kept on going above, we would be waiting for it at this point. But then when you look here, this market it formed this new swing. All right. So meaning that um, uh, we have uh, we have our we have our would be having around you'd be having another zone there, but I don't want to use so many lines for them so that in order not to confuse you. Katenoka. Then let me first remove this one. So as this market kept on going above, we'd be waiting for this market to come here or here, and when it gives us a buying confirmation, that's when we can buy, right? Because this zone has been tested more than one time. It's a support and then it's a support zone. And the other thing that I want you to understand is that when an area has been tested more than one time, it means that it's a strong zone. Are we together? Yeah. So this market later started coming down, came and moved beyond this support, and then we would be waiting for it at this next support. Then when it reached here, sellers sold up to here. But by the other thing that I wanted to remind you, we confirm breakouts after that candle having closed, but not when it's still moving. Yeah, that candle, it's one candle that confirms a breakout. Like, yes, yeah, it has to be one candle. Two candles cannot confirm. It's all about a candle um, closing above the support or resistance. Do you get me? Yeah. When you look here, no, this market when you look here, it was one candle. Okay, like sometimes if one candle is just small, it's not going beyond your two lines. That's when you can wait for a second candle. But most of the times, one candle confirms a breakout. So market sold up to no, it was we were here. This market moved up to our support zone, but then rejection buyers started applying rejection, pushing the market up. And this candle closed when it's above the support. Then the next candle came and gave a bullish confirmation and the market bullish confirmation to buy. And why would we buy? Because the market was coming from a support zone, and then like it was also a buying trend. Uh, when you look um, when you look this side, it was a buying trend, right? Mm. And when I try to put my trend line support, although there it wasn't there, the market has moved into so much consolidation. So it bought back up to breaking. This was a resistance, right? Because of this swing. This line, this was a resistance because of this swing high, this one. So then then we're also having this one basing on this swing. Do you get it? Yeah. So we'll be having something. Actually, this is called trading support and resistance in the zones. Trading zones. It's called trading zones, whereby you identify those zones and then you're trading them according to market movements. When the market breaks this zone, you do waiting for it on the next zone. When it goes beyond that zone, you wait for it on the next zone. So, um, so this is how it was. Mm. This market then it bought, broke this, broke this what? No, it bought coming up, reached this resistance, it broke it, right? After breaking it, it came down, and when resistance breaks, it becomes support, right? So this one here, actually, let me this one here. Mm. Actually, let me even change its color. Maybe that would be better. Right now, I believe you are more familiar with changing the colors. Mm. Yeah, you can do it. You have short line, or like which short line? Oh, you mean these ones? These ones like this. Okay, okay. For horizontal levels, huh? You mean these ones like this? Those ones, mm, those are trend lines. So those ones we use them for trends, but I don't recommend them to use them for horizontal levels because they may give you a wrong information. Yeah, so stick to using trend lines for trend line support and resistance, then horizontal levels, that is our horizontal support and resistance. Use these horizontal lines. So this here buyers broke this resistance, it became support, and then I believe you remember where this resistance is coming from, right? From this side. And by the way, we also have this one. There's also that one above, right? So this is how it is. This is where the logic is. When the market comes from down and it breaks this level, we can buy with confirmation because it will be looking forward to come up to this next resistance. When it breaks this one and it gives a buying confirmation, we can buy because this was a resistance, right? Actually, this was a resistance. When the market broke it, it became support. Meaning any buying confirmation we buy because it will be looking forward to move up to this next resistance. You get it? Then, then when it breaks this resistance, it means that the next target is going to be going up to that one. You get it? Now you can ask, where? Here. Oh, this candle closed above that, after two candles, this one and that one. They closed, even if there are two lines, it closed above them. Do you see it? Okay, let me use two lines, not. So, oh, this is how it is. Huh? When the market is coming from support, you have to make sure that you identified other resistances. When it breaks this, we buy, but buy it with the risk management, then it may do what we call a retest, buying a bit and then retesting this new support. So when it retest, it means that market has bought and then later it sold back to the support zone. That's what a retest is. So after the market breaking this resistance, it becomes support, meaning more buying opportunities. That's why, for me, I recommend it's good to go like we can trade breakouts after the candle closing, whereby it has broke resistance. But then like retests are good, whereby after the market breaking this resistance, wait for it to come back and test this support. When it tests this support and gives us a buying confirmation, that's when we buy. So here it gave us price rejection and what gave us what we call a hammer. You haven't got to that level, but that was a buying confirmation, and then we would buy because the other next resistance is firm. So after buying here, the market bought up to the next resistance and then it also broke it. Are we together? Kind where if you lost, feel free to ask me. I don't want you to be quiet when I'm just leaving you behind. Yeah, we rather move slowly, but when you are understanding. Yeah. So this market broke, these two candles broke this resistance, meaning that after them breaking here, for someone who trades retest, would just watch out for any confirmation because this resistance would have become support, meaning more buying opportunities. So if this market bought up to around there and then later um, it sold back to support and then it gives us a buying confirmation, we would buy because that would be a good retest, and with the confirmation we would buy because it will be going to target the next resistance. Yeah, if it bought more and retested and then gave a buying confirmation, but it's not what happened, right? Yeah, because this market just broke the resistance, it became support, then a buying selling candle came again and sold, closing below the resistance, below the support, meaning that it became resistance again. Then for someone who was buying because of the trend would be waiting for this market to come here. When it gives a buying confirmation, we would buy because this was a support. Yes. Remember, the market has broken this new support. When support breaks, it becomes resistance, meaning more selling opportunity. But remember, we are traders who trade following that trend. Even if we see this, we will not hurry for selling opportunities, but we shall be patient for and wait for buying opportunities, right? Oh yeah. So um after this kind of closing, yes. Mm, here. You mean this trend? Remember this kind of closed below this support, and this support became resistance, meaning sellers had to push the market back down to this support. Then, when if this market came here and it closed and the bullish candle came and closed on this support after a bullish candle. Remember, bullish candle is what gives us buying confirmations. Yeah, so if a bullish candle or if this candle didn't close below this support, yeah, and it closed around there, then next a bullish candle came and gave a buying confirmation. Um, okay, forming something like this, like a selling candle, then buying candle comes and it forms a buying confirmation. Then there we would have bought because why we're buying because this is a support zone and the market has gave us a price action confirmation. We would buy because the market would be targeting to come up to this to up to back to our resistance again. But then sellers broke this support, meaning it became resistance, right? So we wouldn't buy, actually, we don't just buy from support. We trade after confirmations. We trade only when there is to confirm what we call confirmed trade setups. What confirmed trade setups means? Um, it means that you had your market structure zones, then waited for the market to come into your direction, and then the market gave you what we call the price action confirmation to buy from a support zone if it's a buying trend and to sell from a resistance zone if it's a selling trend. Are we together? Mm, here, yeah, because it's moving from buying trend, but then we would until it had when you look, do you see here? When these were swing higher lows, do you see them? When I bring this line of mine and I apply them here, do you see that we're having trend line support? Do you see it there? Basing on this swing, this, and this. Yeah, but today I'm not on the trend lines. The trend lines I want to do more practice with them, but I'm more today on to the zones, horizontal zones. I don't want you to get confused. Don't no leave this trend line that I have applied. Yeah? I applied this trend line to show you that we were still in the buying trend. Yeah. So after this candle closing, any buying confirmation here would buy, but then we didn't buy because this resistance is so near. Even if this trend line support just even if the market is just on the trend line support. So I want you right now to, in today's session, I want you to focus more onto the zones. We want this candle, this big selling candle that closed below this support, changing it into resistance, right? Then this market kept coming down. Then as it's coming down, we would wait for it at this zone. Do you remember this zone? We found it um, basing on this swing. The market closed below it, then came and bought above it, and then here it retested it and then it bought. Same thing here. So do you remember it? Yeah. Yeah. So as the market is coming down, we'll be waiting for it at this point to give buying confirmation for us to buy, because it's a support and it was tested previously more than 3 times. Do you get it? Huh? Actually, don't worry, I'm recording this session. Yeah, I'm going to give you a recorded session. Like you can rewatch this video um, today, so that like you can clearly understand. Yeah, but even while we're still moving on with the class, what you don't understand, ask. Don't just wait to watch the recorded session. Yeah, so let's keep on moving. Actually, we are not just studying, but we are analyzing this chart. We are analyzing this market. Mm, we're analyzing this market. So when you look here, um, so we'll be waiting for this market to come here. We get a buying confirmation and we buy. This market sold, moved below this support, then rejection started coming. This is what rejection means. Long wick down shows rejection from the buyers. Long wick up shows rejection from the sellers. This is long wick up. This is what shows rejection from the sellers, meaning that sellers push the market down. Buyers bought up to there, then sellers push the market down. Then long wick down represents rejection from buyers. This is rejection. It falls under price rejection, but price rejection is wide. Actually, it's our next topic. We have price rejection, candlesticks anatomy, types of candlesticks. Yeah. And now that is market structure. Price action, it's all about the candles, the candle bodies, the wicks, the formation of the candles. What do they tell? When Yes, the topics that we are remaining with. No, price action is not so wide. Is not wide, and the good thing is that you you learn so fast. Yeah. So when when you I'm going to make you do more practice today after this session, and then when you get done with the market structure, then tomorrow I'm going to make you tomorrow you have to watch price action lesson, and then we discuss it, and then meaning that officially tomorrow we shall be beginning price action, but I want you to do more practice on this market structure because when you understand the market structure, price action is very easy. It's very easy. Actually, for someone who has understood market structure, to to learn price action, it can take just like a week. But then, as you know, that this is a skill whereby you have to practice, you have to practice as many times as you can so that you can master it. So, but for someone to understand um, price action, it can take like a week if you understood market structure. So that's why if you understood the market structure, price action becomes easy because mm, no, it's like this. There's nothing that is difficult. Why? Because things are in steps. If you manage to understand the first step, then the second step becomes easy, the third step up to the last step. Yeah, no, yeah, and those ones also we are going to. Those ones also we're gonna discuss them. Yeah, but as long as you have mastered support and resistance, identifying the swings, demand and supply is very easy. It's very easy because when you try to go into deep, demand and supply is just almost like support and resistance. Yeah. So this market sold. So right now, I want you to note this. We are we have to go through price rejection and supply and demand. The price rejection is also under price action. You get? Actually, I'm going to give you lessons about price rejection. Yeah, but then I want to first make sure that you master this. Then tomorrow you will. Did I give you the other lesson about price rejection? No, it's fine. I'm going to give you a lesson about price rejection, which you will watch. But then then we shall handle supply and demand, and then we fully enter price action because when you understand price rejection, that's the one of the pillars of price action. Yeah, and but I was at what? No, feel free to ask. Hmm, rejection, but we're still you haven't mastered it very well. Yeah, you just understand it on top. So you're gonna have to revisit it. Yeah. So this is how it is. Actually, um, we are remaining with like three topics, 3 or 4 topics. But why I'm emphasizing here is that when you understand this step, the other things are going to be very easy. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you is that don't say that which is difficult. There's nothing that is difficult. When you put it in your mind that this is difficult, then you also brand it to be difficult. Mm. Yes, so me telling you that press action is difficult. No, it's not difficult. Maybe it's Joseph who told, and Joseph he learned press action. Yeah, but he's fixed most of the times. Yeah, like he needs to be trading more, like so that he can do more, so that he can get you to the candles. Yeah, that's what this is what I was telling you. To learn price action, it can take a week. But to master, you have to add in more efforts to do more practice so that you can master. Yeah. So that's it. To learn, you can just learn as long as you understood market structure. To learn to learn price action, it's very easy. But then to master, it's what can take more time, depending on how you do your practice, on how determined you are, and the efforts you put in. So for someone whereby you only look at the charts only like after like 3 days, 5 days, you cannot master very fast like someone who cannot spend a day without looking on the charts. You see, personally, I'm addicted to the charts, whereby it I cannot even if like not like, for example, Easter is coming, I'll have a vacation, but even if I'm on a vacation, I cannot spend 2 days without looking at the charts. Yeah, so the more you look at the charts, it's the more you also master them. It's the more they also give themselves to you, and it's the more you grow faster the skill. Yeah. Hmm. You can, you can, but just one thing: determination of someone to master the skill. So what I'm trying to mean is, um, you cannot, like you cannot become like Huntington because today I'm celebrating 7 years in this field. So you cannot you cannot become like me in just a month of learning and then the next month you start making money, start to like trying to be in the field. No, that may take you a minimum of 3 months. So yeah, so my other advice would be that you can go for Cheyo, but when you go for Cheyo, you have something that you want to grow. But when you are on Cheyo, you be trading, growing your skill. Actually, like you don't need to trade all the time. You can make your analysis, then wait for confirmation while you do your Cheyo. Then later, when you get the confirmation, then you buy. You will give your order, what we call take profit and stop loss, and then you leave it like that. So, meaning that if you are on Cheyo like for a year, in that year, you are not only looking forward, actually, even if it's 2 years, in those 2 years, you're not only looking forward to be for Cheyo, but you're also looking forward to be on Cheyo while growing a skill. I have a I have a friend right now he's in UK. Right now he's in UK, but this friend of mine he joined me like 3 years back, and then for him he was working in Nira. He was working for Nira, and then he was working while growing the skill. Some days when he's free, we would come, we analyze together like that. He's working the other side while growing the skill because he knew that this is something that he wants to focus on for his life. Then um, as time moved on, last year he gave in his resignation letter and he resigned because he had already mastered the markets and was making good money from the markets. So he quitted. So my advice would be that don't you can go for Cheyo. Then you also after we shall be moving together. The good thing is that in my community we keep trading together, we keep learning. Like there are those weekly market analysis that we normally be having. So you'll be learning the skill while you also do other things. Then by the time you'll be getting your chair, you see, this is how it is. Huh? Me, I started mastering this skill when I was in my S6 vacation. When I joined university, I was I was studying my bachelor's degree while trading. So I was learning to achieve to get my degree and also to grow my skill. And by the time, actually, I hit two targets at once. By the time I got done with my university, I was already making somehow good money in the market. I was already making like $10, $20, $15 a day, $5, which is good money to someone like who's just coming out of campus. So by the time we got done with campus, I was just telling my colleagues, you know what? Me, I'm not looking for jobs. Actually, I have a friend of mine. He's from South Sudan, and we were growing. We were both doing the same bachelors, while we are also both growing this skill. And right now, as I speak, he himself also has never been employed. He's just trading. But our fellows, our hobbies and hobbies, they are there. What? They are there employed. Yes, so you can use the same strategy just like I did also. I do have my papers. I took my degree back home. Um, and now I'm focusing on doing my things that I believed in, and I'm growing the skill. So by the way, um, you will be growing this skill. Then while also you'll be also trying to learn about decentralized the economy. Yeah, by decentralized the economy, it's why we have the crypto. You see, crypto people. Some people talk bad about crypto, but crypto has a future. For example, there's a there's a coin called Pi. This coin, actually, I'm going to be. I'll have a discussion about it tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I'll have a discussion about it tomorrow. Yeah, actually, let's reserve that for tomorrow. Oh yeah, you attend that session, then you will be seeing more how. So like, I'm trying to like by doing that, you'll be trying to position yourself so that like later you can be a trader while also doing other things that you can manage online. Yeah. So so tomorrow I'll be having a session about buy, and I'll be because I've been out today. I slept at around 5 after trading. Then I was analyzing buy. I've been analyzing it for the past 2 weeks, and I believe it's having a very beautiful future. And I would like to share the strategies to my people in my community, so that at least so that everyone can position themselves. Yeah, so I'll be having a session about that tomorrow. Then we strategize. I'll give you guys a strategy, and then yeah, we prepare for the future. Yeah, so just you can just do that. Yeah, you can go for it. Then you'll be growing your skill. By the time your contract gets done, you fully know that you are now you're already a good trader, and you're focusing on trading. Yeah, just give me just a minute. Huh? Hello, yes, your Jumbo. Mm, it's 200. It's 20,000. mega amperes. It's which company? Oraimo, 55 it doesn't, they don't give us. Oh, okay, buy it for me. Yeah, let me send, let me send for you, then you buy it for me. M10. Oh, so we're ending with 17, yeah? Okay, 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 can telekokati. Mm. But I hope it's original. Mm. It's big in size, somehow big in size. It's somehow big in size. Oh yeah, it's the one. Okay, let me deposit for you, then you get it for me. 20,000, 20,000, not just 2,000. No, the megahertz. Oh, good. Okay, let me send to you now. Yeah. Hello? Yeah, we're continuing. Just Monday in Kurakoa. No. Mm. Yeah, so I was telling over there, you asking me something by 10th. 10th to 15th. Yeah, we shall be done. Yeah, we shall be done. Yeah, because I'm going to be giving you the videos, then we are going to just be discussing. We shall be done, but then you have to be doing more practice. Yeah. Mm. Yes. So we shall be done, but then you just be doing more practice. Amen. Actually, do you know? Let's work on to that. Tomorrow we shall be handling price rejection. Yeah, in the morning we shall have a session in the morning to handle price rejection. But kindly remind me about that. Yes. Now I'll be available because I've hit. I don't be. We shall do from. We shall do from 8. Yeah, from 8. Yeah, from 8. Yeah, so you make sure that you send me, you remind me today today by 10. You remind me. Yeah, so price rejection and then activating the account. Hmm. Okay, so we are continuing with this analysis. So the market reached here. This market reached here. This support. Try to consolidate, then give a rejection, and then it bought a bit, and then later it gave us what we call the. It gave us um what we call the inside bar price action confirmation, and then later it formed. Um, just a minute, someone is trying to disturb me here. So then later it gave us what we call the morning star price action confirmation, then bought a bit, then retraced back to this support, then bought again up, reached the actually it almost reached our resistance, then sold. So do you see the meantime is how the market was testing this resistance, this support, this zone, yeah? Here, 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 and there. So later, the market um, later the market sold and it broke this support and it became resistance, right? I wanted to say something today. Do you see it? Huh? Yeah, and this kind of closed below this support, meaning it became what? Resistance. So in future, when the market is trading, when it's coming to this point, would you be opting to buy or to sell? Actually, by this time, actually, it's beyond the trend line resistance of the bullish trend. So we have this zone that's been tested more than once. So the market closed with this candle. Then, as it's coming up this area, would you be opting to buy or to sell? And then when you try to, um, actually sellers are trying to form something like a trend, because when you basing on these swings, by the way, when you see the market, instead of going up to create higher highs and it starts making lower swings, it means that the trend has changed. It's no longer a buying trend. When you see the market, remember in the buying market, we'll be having higher highs and higher lows. You see, this market after creating this swing high, it started to come down and then it buys and go and create another swing high, which is higher than this previous one, right? But then it just created this swing which is lower than this previous one. So the moment you see the market, it's been a buying trend, and then the market starts creating swing and it's lower than the previous one, it means that the buying trend is no longer strong. Are we together? Because buyers would have to go on get another swing which is higher than this previous one, but now the swing becomes lower than the previous one, which means that buyers have weakened. And then when you apply your trend line resistance, you can clearly see that you are having a selling trend based on the swing on the swings that are lower than the previous one, because this one is lower than this previous one and this one is lower than the other previous one, right? Okay, good. So after the market closing with this kind of below, then the market started coming down, reached here, sold, creating this in that week resistance based on this swing, yeah. Then it bought, reached here this resistance, rejection is applied, then later it broke this resistance and it bought back up to our resistance which was supported before. Then at this point, being the decision has been tested more than once and we have been in a selling trend, the market has been having lower highs and lower lows, because this is a lower low, lower low, lower high, lower high. So the trend had already changed. You get me? When I try to put what you call an indicator, indicators we shall cover them, they'll be the last, because actually they're also in price action, but they'll be the last because I recommend you to trade more with price action, not indicators. So when you look here, you can see that candles, they were below our candle, our this line, which confirms us that we are in a selling trend. But as price action traders, we had also identified that basing on the lower highs and the lower lows, right? And here, no, kati indicator kanjireke sagala kubuzaabuza. Basing on this swing, which is lower than this previous one, um, just a minute. Hello. Nengenda, I think ngenda kuyitako enaali awo. Yeah, oba how is your evening program? Mm, at around oh, at around so you're coming from town to straight to Naria. Mm, so can I call you when I'm around Naria? Okay, I'll call you when I'm around Naria then. Mm, total, I'm going to be at Caramel. Hello? I'm, I'm going to be at Caramel, Naria. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you'll get me there. I'll call when I'm there. Okay, brother. Thank you very much. Hello? Yes, so we're still continuing. Yeah? So based on these swings, remember this is a swing high, but it's lower than this previous one, which is one of the communications that we are in a selling trend, right? Then this next one still also, it's confirming us that we're in a selling trend, right? Lower than the previous one. Same thing to this one. But then we have this area which has been respected more than once. So when the market gets back to this point, here it breached here, then it sold, then bought up to there. Then the moment this got to this point, I can look for selling confirmation and sell. Or I cannot take any buy and I wait to see what is going to happen next. I just be patient. Then you can see that after the market reaching here, rejection came and then the market sold up to here. But here, by the way, we had already a swing low for a support zone. Do you see it? We had um we had this support. So as the market is coming down, we're waiting for it to reach here, this support zone, because we identified it basing on this swing, right? So when the market gets at this point, comes back from this zone back to this support, any buying confirmation can give us a go ahead to buy, because when we buy from here, resistance is very firm. I have this resistance here and that one. So when we buy from here, we would make money from this point. We would make good money from here up to there. This one, when this market comes back, so when this market sells, which I would have got this sell, and then when it comes back to this support and it gives a good buying confirmation, I would buy because with a buying confirmation and it, yeah, here it gave what you call the engulfing bar bullish candlestick confirmation, which is this. This candle is bigger than this previous one, and it's a buying candle confirmation taking place from a support zone. These ones here, eh? like we like we saw that in any market, even if local market, there are both buyers and what sellers. The buy, and then selling candles coming. Oh, so we trade with what we call risk and money management. So when I buy from here, as long as the market hasn't closed below my support, and I entered with a good lot with a reasonable lot size, following the risk to reward ratio, you get that point, then I can hold. You can go in some negatives, but then as long as the market hasn't closed below your support zone, and it hasn't hit your stop loss, then definitely the market will go and it will hit you at your TP. But so when you look here, this market after here, confirmation, then sold a bit, then bought, sold a bit, then kept on buying. But you can see that finally the big candle, bullish candle, reached the resistance, broke it, and then bought up to this resistance, right? But we were having selling candles. So by the time the market gets here, even if they were selling candles before, still you will be closing in what? In profits. If you closed your trade, it's like this. Huh? There are people whereby you can see that you are in negative $2, you are ready to close. But the thing is, like, we trade with what you call risk and money management. Before trading, before placing a trade, we calculate how much you are risking. If you are risking like $10, you have to be targeting $30. Yeah, so you shall get to that level also. But I believe you can see that definitely the market bought up to this resistance. Yeah. Then based on these two swings, we would clearly confirm that we are in a consolidation market, right? So after the market reached the price rejection came, gave us selling confirmation, and we would sell because this is a resistance. Then the market sold, and then by here would be removed by what we call the trading stop loss. Then it consolidated a bit basing on this resistance. You see, came down, bought a bit, so then bought back to this resistance, then it came down, and then later it bought more back to this resistance. So here we would have got this entry. We would have got a confirmation there. As per my strategy, we do get such confirmations from M30. So I would have got that confirmation from here and would have bought up to the resistance. So, but are you getting it? You can see that the market here kept on buying up to resistance again, and then later it sold. And right now, actually, let me ask you a question. What did you see current right now? Are we still in the ranging market? Oh, or consolidation market. Yeah, good. So we are still in the ranging market, but when you look here, you can see higher lows. This is a higher low, and a higher low, but taking place within the consolidation market. Do you see it? Let me do like this. So this is my trend line support. Ah, so we are in a sideways, we are in a consolidation market, but still buyers are trying to buyers have trying to form a clear trend. You see? Nengo bifuna over. Chirungi. So at right now, the market has reached our resistance. Do you see rejection coming? That is the rejection I was talking about. This candle bought up to the resistance and now rejection is coming. Do you see it? No, this candle. Let me even make it big. This candle, this current candle. Sellers are now trying to reject. Here. No, this candle. This current candle. Don't you see it trying to come down, between trying to move up? This wick is representing rejection, so sellers are trying to reject, and then when it gives a selling confirmation, um, personally I cannot sell because buyers have shown us that they are trying to create a trend. So I would wait for it to come here to this trend line support, get a buying confirmation, and I buy. But then some buyers have formed a trend here based on these lower higher lows. So I would have bought after this. This was the buying confirmation, which called the inside back candle. I would have bought, and at this point, I would be out. Then, after the closing of this candle, when the market forms a price action selling confirmation, it will be meaning that the market will be going to sell a bit down because this is a resistance. And remember, we have been following this zone from behind. So this is what we expect right now. This market is likely to um, bounce off here. If it doesn't like to bounce off here, then come back up to here, and then we'll give a buying confirmation. Now this would be a trend line support. We'll give a buying confirmation, and then it will buy back to this resistance, then break this one towards this one. When it breaks this one, then it will be targeting the next resistance. Are we together? Then when it breaks this resistance, then it will be targeting this next one. After breaking this one, the next one will be the other one, right? It keeps on breaking. I would be waiting to buy from here again because I would have made money from this entry. So I would be waiting to buy again from this point, from this trend line support. This one here. Here, because buyers have formed higher lows, these ones here. This one, that one, that one, and this one, and that one. And these lows are higher than the previous ones. So, if buyers don't break here, if buyers manage to break here, then they'll be targeting this resistance. Then market bounce off, then retests here, then goes back, breaks here, and keeps on like here. Then, if it manages to come back down, It may reach here, then if it reaches here and buyers don't buy again, it may break here and look forward to sell up to here. Are we together? When it sells up to here, then when it reaches here, then and it gives us a buying confirmation, we can buy because this is a support and it's been respected 1-2 times. And when I look behind, there was even a rejection before here. This one. Here. This candle here. This red candle with a long wick down. So meaning that this is a strong zone. So when the market wave sellers break here and the market comes down up to here and it gives a buying confirmation, I can buy because the market, because this zone has been respected more than once, and I can buy after getting a buying confirmation because the market will be going to buy up to this point, looking forward up to here or there. So it may reach here, then sell, retraces, reverses, retraces, reverses, and it continues like that. Yeah. I don't know if you have picked in something. Okay. Yes, I've recorded this session, and actually, this is we have analyzed this chart, and tomorrow we shall revisit this chart and we see that it will be moved in our scenarios. Our scenarios of reaching here, then retraces back here, and then it buys or breaking here and it continues buying, then it retraces a bit and it continues buying. That's the first scenario. Then the second scenario is this market selling and comes back to this point, this trend line support, breaks it, sells back up to this support, and then it bounces off that area to continue moving up. Yes? Oh. So we have two scenarios. This one, actually 450 scenarios, buyers continuing to just be buying and break this resistance towards this next resistance, then that one and the next one, all trading within these zones. Or the second one is sellers coming in and they push this market back down up to this trend line support. Then, are you getting me? Then when the market gets here, it gives a buying confirmation, you can buy because buyers will be that will be a correction of the trend. The market will have formed another higher low swing. Then the market will be going to move up again towards here and here. When it breaks here, still to keep on moving, targeting the next zones. It may consolidate within here, then buys more, like that. If not that one, then the market may break this trend line support and sell up to here. Then it's from here that's when buyers can get in back again in the market. It's been long, but I hope you have picked in something. Yeah, and good, I've been recording this session and I'm going to give you the link. Actually, I'm going to even upload it on my YouTube.
Okay.
And then I believe you will.
Private.